Good morning, everyone. Early morning stream, hence hood up, cover the hair. We are playing a bit of a Vengevine brew. I came up with something a little while ago that seemed kind of sweet, and one of my friends that I showed the list to was like, "Oh, that doesn't even look that budget," and I was like, "Well, kind of is. The mana base could do with more fetches." And at the time, I had the pain lands instead of these fetches, but Hedge and Crab really benefits you, like really encourages fetch lands. But anyway, I decided that I wanted to maybe have a go at this, and then kind of out of nowhere, really, someone posted a list in the Modern Challenge, I think it was, which then Adam Yurchik wrote about. It's the third list down on this page, and so they did 10th place in the Modern PTQ with this list, and I kind of thought, well, I'll take the bits that I like. So I dropped the Creeping Chill and the Memory Sluice for Minister of Inquiries and Mesmeric Orb, and then I stuck with my sideboard plan of becoming a mill deck. So let's see how this works. I'm not overly optimistic, but there we go. As you'll see, we are currently out of play points because I keep tanking stuff. Let's just update Stream Decker quickly. So this deck, it is budget. It would like more fetches. The sideboard is kind of just a bit of fun, really. So yeah, you could certainly improve it, but there's like a nice little path for that, because you have it here. You can add this 7 more fetches, and then I mean, these aren't exactly budget changes that I made. Creepy Chill and Memory Sluice to be dropped isn't exactly money. Assassin's Trophy would be a good card. Force of Negation, Thoughtseize, these cards cost something, model or paper. If you wanted to cut the price down, you'd cut the fetches even more if you were playing in paper. There's nothing here that costs a lot, so that's cool. I think we keep this. This mills and this does, so we have decent mana. Didn't really want to see that though, but we want to lead on this because we kind of have to. Because we want to be able to get some value out of it. And I guess this is why the other player played Memory Sluice, because if this gets bolted, it just does nothing. Hasn't died yet, that's good. We're kind of hiding what we're doing a little bit here. Because we just look like a mill deck right now. I did think it's not great milling the opponent. Like, even if they played absolutely nothing here, they've got 1, 2, 3 plus of this, which should be another 4 damage. So they have 7 damage before they even get to combat. So that's 8, 9 damage. And a bolt would be another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 fire sugars would be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. They have lethal if they have a bolt. But I need to be getting. Activations. Yeah, so that's why I did this pre-combat. I didn't want to block because I do want to have more than one activation out of this. If they lava dart this, I live on 1 life, which obviously isn't a good spot to be in, but I do live if they have bolt. Assumingly this last card is bolt. Yeah, so that puts me to 1. And then let's mill some cards. Gravecrawler, okay. And none of these creatures block, so I'm going to have to just mill myself and then scoop. So the problem here is like going on the mill plan is kind of fun, but you're not going to be able to pull it off. They don't search their library. They use their graveyard, and all this stuff's pretty slow. So we don't really have a sideboard for this match. We just do that. I could see an argument for Unmoored Ego and Ashiok. Maybe to cut more orbs for the egos. I can name like, what can I name? Anything they have with flashback. Bedlam Reveler's probably pretty good to pick out. I don't know, there's a few things. Let's give it a go. Mesmercorp's pretty slow for milling. It's not stunning, but not dreadful. These are pretty big chunks of mill, so hopefully we can mill 10 and hit like something that gets these going. This is a match that I expect to lose though. This is just cool though. I like this self-mill thing. So yeah, let's see what happens. I can see just instantly. I can see why Creeping Chill was in the other players' list. The reason I've cut it for cards like these is because we want to try and mill the opponent in game 2, at least some of the time. And Creeping Chill doesn't really help that plan. Remy Sluice would have done. Maybe he's better than Minister, but I just wanted something that triggered. I just wanted something that triggered Vengevine in that slot. Maybe it was too greedy. You've got quite a few castable creatures, so maybe that should have been something else. Okay, well, we'll take a chunk of damage. A big chunk of damage. The amount of red deck is really strong. I'm pretty impressed with it every time I play against it. So this does get us a Vengevine and a couple of blockers. Because now we can play the Bloodghast, get the Vengevine back. I think I have to leave Vengevine on defense here. If they were to bolt this, I really do need to block, so we could play this as a blocker. I'm not sure that blocking for days really helps us a great deal, but at some point you'd imagine if we'll draw like a zombie that lets us cast these Gravecrawlers. This is not good for us. Triple Monomorphos in the top 3 is also not very good for us. This bit's a bit big, isn't it? Let's trim that. Okay, Reveler, Thomas Crypt. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. See, that's still 4 damage. That's 3. I think the crab's run its course. We have no lands left. Which obviously means we'll draw a land, but... Oh, another Another uncastable. This guy doesn't block, so we're going to send it in. They kind of panicked there, I think. Obviously, I could have like drawn a land and played a Gravecrawler, but I don't really see why they would be that bothered about that. For Reveler in the side. Okay, they can't attack. So we glimpse. Hope to hit something good. Double Narco, double Prize Amalgam. That's something good. Just got to try and survive. Play land to get a Bloodghast. It's pretty good. And this can maybe be where we turn the corner a little bit. Let's look how wide we've gone. Bolt, bolt. I stayed on 5 so we didn't die to double bolt, but that's single bolt. But oh well, I wasn't expected to win that. We were just trying to have a bit of fun with the sideboard, but the sideboard normally would, you know, like having Creeping Chills and Gnaw to the Bone would probably help that matchup. Would definitely help that matchup. But we just want to try to do this. I've always liked the idea of like self-milling game 1 and then op-milling game 2. Just, I don't know, just really like the thought of that. So I'll keep this. If I get Thoughtseize and this goes, I'll be in trouble, but the hand seems pretty good. So this is Tron or Amulet. I would guess Tron, just because it's a more popular deck. We snapped off 7, so, and didn't lead on a Tron land, so maybe it's Amulet. And he's thinking, oh well, this will get me bounce land or Amulet. Whichever he's missing. Yeah, okay. So we'll go Feeder into Glimpse. Okay, I think I just want this to get this rolling as quick as I can. So yeah, so like, yeah, it's Amulet. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Oh, we milled the one of Engineered Explosives. That's kind of cool. I mean, if the opponent's anything like decent, we're going to be in trouble because I have main deck Bojuka Bog. But I'm definitely going to sideboard into Archive Traps, Ashocks, and Unmod Ego. Like this is why this matchup's where you want that kind of crap. That we know they have basic forest in hand as well, so kind of a little bit behind. So we lead on Glimpse. Is Bojuka Bog's in the side right now, is it? That was a pretty poor hit from do I need blue? I don't know if I need a second blue. I don't think I do. I'm just gonna I mean realistically they can't, well, they can block it on the planet. They can't block with this user, so I guess I keep the zombie in play. Yeah, field is sweet as well. Amulet as user. Well, I'm glad they didn't draw the amulet. Makes me caught up doing some work. I think I have a chance game too. Just like, oh, there we go. That's not Bajuka Bog. We have a Francisco copycat. This does take them up to the full. What's going on? What's going on here? Okay, takes them up to the full field plan though. So I don't really know how I get past all these tokens. Attack with Narcos. I might be on the mill them plan now. Wesby Club's pretty good against Amulet, isn't it? Like, because of Amulet. Ah, Simics have the same name. Makes sense. They have another land drop, I think. No? Okay. I think I might need to switch gears. I guess I don't need to do it now. I don't know. I get a Vengevine back if I play these Grave Crawlers. Yeah, so I think if I get Gravecrawler, Vengevine. Yeah, if they play the land out before the Titan. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I maybe should have sacked a Gravecrawler before Comet. Might as well grow him. Not doing anything else this turn. But yeah, so now they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just like hoping to mill key lands, really, aren't I? Ballista's pretty good to mill. It's a 1-off Vesuva, another Amulet. Okay. This might mean they have another Titan, another Pact. I think I might be able to mill them out. So like if they get another Titan and then swing with this one, they're just cutting so many cards out of their deck and they're putting more tapped things into play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I can beat them on the battlefield, so that's what I'm going to try and do. Because like now, they just keep taking cards out of their deck. So they're taking another 4 out of their deck, so they're down to 30. And then I'm going to mill them for 10. So they're down to 20. And then they're going to untap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they're down to like 8 cards. But yeah, I don't really know how I beat Double Titan. I'll be down to 8 cards though at the end of this turn. Because of this Glimpse the Unthinkable. I'm kind of out of things that do the same thing though. Well, Op might be dumb. You don't know. We can't beat them like in combat, so this is like my only out. It gets a lot stronger game 2 though. So your list has 3 Khans in as well, right? See, look how many tapped things they have now. And they've got 30 cards left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. So they've got 30 cards left. They're milling 12, so that puts them down to 18. I just need to try and survive next turn, which I don't think I can, but I've got, like, I don't think I can survive next turn because of the double strike land. I need to hit like blockers basically, and I haven't. I could Gravecrawler, Narco. Yeah. Um. Well, I'm on blocks with I'm on blocks with whatever I get. So like I'm gonna get a Narco and a Vengevine and try and block. I can't actually mill them out this turn, so just do this. So I keep a zombie, and then we grab a zombie, Narco that. There's no point in me glimpsing now because I can't actually kill them now, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, they were going down to 18 cards. Slayers is gone, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I did. Yes. Good spot. I missed a counter there. I mean, they have to kill me now, but I think they will. 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I can soak up 10. So soak up 14. Go to 14. So yeah, they have lethal. Maybe they don't have lethal. That's not lethal, is it? I think it was if they attacked with everything. I don't think this is lethal. Are we stealing this game? I think my blocks just need to be like this. I don't want to... Oh, I guess I can overblock. Yeah, this... I have no idea. So this would deal for... This will give me 10, right? Oh, if he... It's 4 plus 6. It's 10 damage, so I'm not dead. Ballista's there. He just attack with like a token and I die. Even as user. How annoying. For him. They better not have something else that I just don't know about. They didn't even double strike. Oh, because of the untap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hilarious. You're kind of lucky that I have this as my last card, but our last relevant card. You're dead. Yeah. There is 3 others in the graveyard, so I kind of get it. Oh, they had 2 engineered explosives. Oh, you do as well, don't you? Yeah. Okay, archive trap. All the sideboard cards. So, I think... I can't remember. I definitely had a plan for what 15 came out. And it's almost definitely prized amalgam. I think Bloodghast is better than Narco. Yeah, I saw a Khan. Just one. Hedge and Carve Minister, Cone Feeder. Cone Feeder's not exciting. Like, basically, basically the creatures I'm keeping are going to have some text when I accidentally mill them with Mesmeric Orb. So Gravecrawler doesn't really have text unless I have another Gravecrawler, which is awkward. So maybe I just put the prize amalgams in. Gravecrawler is just castable though. But then again, maybe we just have Carrion Feeder since it doesn't use the graveyard and they're bound to have a few pieces of hate. It's not a lot of it though. I'm just going to go with... no, that was wrong. I'm going to go with the Gravecrawlers because I could just attack with them. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. I've always wanted to do it though. I've always wanted to do like game 1 dredge, game 2 mill. I've brewed this list a million times before, but it never seemed like you could really pull it off until now. I did have Alter Dementia, but Minister of Inquiries helps. Glimpse is good. But the fact that like Umorigo and Ashiok exist to help you, they do remove cards from the opponent's deck, but they also have other text. I think that's really a big improvement for this dumb kind of deck. No, you won't really. Although I have just opened with 2, but you're right. I wouldn't be able to cast them from yard very often, but just having a 2/1 for 1 is better than Prized Amalgam if I draw it. So, and I'm not milling me very much. I think I can do better than this. Yeah, I have 2 mill cards. That's all. I think this is better. I can ship the Narco. I do need a blue mana, but this is pretty good. Yeah, 4 total zombies is not a lot. That's annoying. Oh my god. You know nothing, Francisco. This is always the plan, just to draw lots of little zombies. Oh, let's not F6. We kind of want this trap. Well, they're not going to pact for anything now, surely. Maybe his user. A little bit of me kind of wants to hold this archive trap for when they have a Titan, but then if I can hit Slayer Stronghold or something like that, that'd be good. If their hand's really kind of crazy, I might not show them this other plan. I mean, they kind of know it because I accidentally did it last game. But Archive Trap's like screams, look, I've got a new plan. So I might not show them that. See if I draw a blue land and see how crazy their hand gets. Why would they play that out? They have an amulet and a user. Unless they have another bounce land. We know this opponent's kind of like learning the ropes. I mean, they've taken twice as long as me to play their cards, and ooh, it just kind of changed things a little for me. Mind Funeral's pretty bad actually. They're going to hit 4 lands quite quickly. Most of the time. There's the extra land. They probably should play Forest first as something to pick up. They could have like added a green, picked it up, added another green, we played it again, so then this Boros Charm would be untapped. But they're just ending the turn with less lands in play than they should. So I'm going to send out the trap now with this on the stack because it might it might hit Slayer Stronghold. If it does, we win. No, we don't win the game. What am I on about? Slayer Stronghold. Damn it. Didn't even hit lands, that's annoying. Okay, I kind of want it to mill as many lands as possible to make this better. That's probably true. That we can't mill. But, like, it's 14 cards plus all these. It's like 30 mill cards. It's only like, well, what, I don't know. Let's have a look at the board. But there's like Narcos, Bloodghast, Gravecrawlers, and that's, you know, it's only like 8 or 10 cards left. They can double strike us here, I think. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Oh, this isn't even an aggro deck now, is it? I can't really do anything with these Gravecrawlers. I'm never going to kill them. They're basically blank pieces of cardboard. I'm probably better off, like, you know, like, I can commit more to this. I originally was going to play Altar of Dementia, so that, I mean, that's, you know, it's 2 modes, and then I could play Street Wraith to play, you know, like, basically play a 56 card deck. And then what that means is that you could maybe trim some of the aggro half, like those bits, and then you might be able to do it. I don't know. This opponent's so risky. If we had any piece of artifact, creature, land hate, they'd just be dead to their pats here. I'm certainly going to just mill them again and see what happens, though. This isn't gonna come off, but I want to see more cards before I scoop. Hit 29 cards. Wow, it hit a lot. Down to 16. Okay. Yeah, so there's like 10 pieces of cardboard that do nothing here. But I still think that's better than... I still think that's better than some of the alternatives. I think it's better than the bad aggro plan. I think the bad mill plan is better. Like, because these cards are pretty good. Ashiok and Unmod Ego is pretty good. Mesmeric Orb's good. So I'm going to go with it again and see what happens. I want to win a game with mill. Like, that's why we're playing this, basically. And our best chance is against this guy, for sure. Because Unmod Ego and Ashiok are absolute hosers, and Archive Chapter is always going to be live. And so is Mesmeric Orb. Bloody Gravecrawler, why do you keep coming? I have no blue mana, so I have to mull. That's better. I like this. Bye bye Bloodghast. We are not an aggro deck. Repeat, we are not an aggro deck. Right. Hedron Crab would be the best draw here. Bloody Amulet. I'll lead on this and pass. He's had very good hands. Like, it was a turn 3 Titan with double strike, so You don't do much better than that without 2 amulets. And he really should have won the first game. All he had to do was attack with a token. Anyhow, let's see where we get from here. Khan. I can't really feel like it is a bit of a problem with these Ashiok's, but his opponent just loves playing his lands out. Milieu. Radiant Fountain was never going to do anything in this game. What? So if they have a bounce land, we're basically dead. So if I actually mill, if I mill a, yeah, I was going to say if I mill an amulet there, they'd be able to get that off of Khan. So if they have bounce land into Titan, we're dead. Kind of. Oh, what a nombo! I didn't notice this. They can't search their library. I have archive chat. Oh dear. And 2 of these aren't exactly good unless they kill this. How not to build a deck. Love this. This is wonderful. Mesmer Carb would work really well with these 2 amulets. You can't search. They could just die here. They could just die. They probably won't just die, but it didn't go well for them. Is this like bugged and it lets me do it? No. Okay. I don't think like mill 3, mill 4 is enough. Especially if they get Ballista here. Oh, Lattice. Lattice is GG, isn't it? I forgot about that part of Amulet. I mean, my bad aggro deck wasn't beating turn 3 Lattice Lock or turn 3 Summoner's Pact. What a hit on the lands. Damn. That was mainly my out. Now they can like uptick Khan and hit this Ashiok and just do what they want. Damn it. That's demoralising because this was a game I thought we could win, but they had the nuts. Well, that's mean. So they could pick any card with this now, because everything's colourless. Okay. Oh, we can't do anything anymore, so I'm going to concede because the opponent's pretty slow and it's pretty painful to watch. But they kind of just nut drew us, which is a shame. But yeah, maybe I need to like commit to the. If I'm doing this sideboard plan, I probably need to do more with it, as in just like change the main deck some more so that I can fit it in, which would mean you can only really run 15 creatures if you do that. And I think the prize amalgam is probably the one. The prize amalgam narco is probably what we don't want, because then you could have. I mean, like that's 17 creatures, and that'd be a decent amount of fun. But it's then what do you put here? And I could put another Mesmeric Orb, I could put a couple of Altar Dementias in, because Altars work well with the Bloodghast and the Grave Crawlers. So yeah, maybe if we'd have played a couple of matches earlier, I might have done that. I might revisit this because it's kind of sweet. Let's call this attempt 2 Vengevine. No lands. Lots of lands. Yeah, this is okay. I mean, it's just one enabler, that's the only problem, but is that too bad? I could chuck this Narco back in. Let's hope it doesn't go 0-4 or something. If we go 0-4, I'm just going to stop. So that's 17 crappy creatures. That's okay. Right. I think we do this. Double Vengevine. So we can get that going next turn. We can play another Amulet. That's funny. We might beat them with our bad aggro deck here. We're in for 10 this turn. 11, so we have them dead next turn. Is that turn 2? Yeah, turn 3. I'm definitely doing the sideboard plan again though. So like something close to this plus another couple of cards. I'd probably trim a land, add in 4 Street Wraiths. So I like Rotting Rats as a way to start things off when you have nothing. Stitches Supply is just worse than Gravecrawler. I don't really want 4 mana creatures either. Go like this. Try this one. So yeah, so Rotting Rats to start from scratch when you have nothing, and also what's this zombie Crypt Breaker? Because this, when you board out, no, we're boarding out too many creatures to pull off that. You're probably just leaving in 2 blood gas to work with the altars. Although you have to board out the altars when you've got no creatures, right? So maybe this is dumb anyway. Like the altars don't work as a double edge, as like a double game plan. You can leave all this in and take all those out. Fucking hell, this Gravecrawler just keeps coming along. Right, this is a good mill hand. I'm going to get rid of the basic swamp and hope to draw land before turn 4. Might need it turn 3 just to name Titan, but we'll see. Yeah, we said we were going to trim a land as well, didn't we? So let's do that. Double amulet, Bejeezer, bounce sand. That's quite worrying. Disgusting. Going again. We want to win with mill. So how do I add a card that's an enabler and a mill card? That's the question. Memory Sluice was one of them. Memory Sluice was from the article here. God, that was disgusting. I did not care for dying on turn 2. But anyway, we're kind of like rebuilding as we go along here, but which normally I try and do in the wrap up, but double carrion feeder. But then you have your best card. Let's keep. Let's hope they just don't have the nuts. I'm not sure. Like basically these 2 carrion feeders have no text, but if we get this out, that's a good draw. I'm not going to attack. I'm not ever going to win through combat damage, and I don't really care for milling myself. Oh, he brought in Fire Spout. Well, Mesmeric Orb, trigger. Bye-bye Summoner's Pact. Has a snake. The problem with all of this is that you just don't have enough what's the word I'm looking for? Enough. This combo is disgusting. Enough interaction to slow them. Wow. So now I can Archive Trap. Bonus. And then mill them. And then they have to tap this, this, and this. So they're pretty low already. I think we're going to get it. I mean, I don't know, but they have to tap this, this, and the land they play. Yeah, so they have to do all this. So they're going to mill 2 more this turn. And the Titan never gets a land, so because of the Ashok. So now 1, 2, yeah, mill again. So always yield that. Ooh, what mills more? Let's just have a rough ass count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lands have gone. And there's 6 unknowns, but they could have like up to 20 lands. They've got a Simic, so they could have like 18 lands in their deck. So I think Mind Funeral is going to do more. Let's mill another 4 first. That was another 2 lands. Okay, we'll go black-blue. Let's hope they don't have Spell Pierce. They didn't. Let's have a Gravecrawler because it's free. And pass. So they mill another 2. They go to 11. And now they have nothing. I think we just won. We won against this crazy deck. Well, not against this crazy deck. Like, our crazy deck beat them. That's so cool. I think Mill, like, eats Amulet for breakfast, and so we were able to have 2 completely dead cards and still beat them. I mean, it doesn't eat it for breakfast, but, like, Mill, when they're playing around Vengevines, maybe does. Maybe. That's hilarious. We saw a lot of their deck. They kind of bought it into like a mid-range plan where they had Tireless Tracker, Thragtusk, Cornet Queen. They were just trying to like stop the bleeding really. They had Fire Spout, Engineered Explosives, like a bunch of cards that I really just don't care about. I mean, they didn't draw them or play them, so it didn't really matter. But yeah. Oh, we have a guest. We have a guest. Oh, we've got a sleepy guest. You're all dressed for going out, aren't you? You're going to come and say hello to the internet world. And do you want to play with Coulson? Wobbly head Phil Coulson. Yeah. Oh, no. Agent down. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Who's that, Jensen? Who's that on the screen? Is that you? Right. Whoa.
Right, come on then, let's go out.
Are you going out? Don't forget, do you want to take Coulson? Bye. Right. Stitches, Minister. I think this could be okay. It's risky on one land, but it is a load of 1-drops. I'm going to lead on this. Oh, they're just a good... Yeah, they're just a good Dredge deck. Oh dear. Good Dredge versus bad Dredge. Who wins? Is the mill plan good here? The problem is the problem with this deck right now is that we have no interaction to keep us alive. And then all our best cards cost 3. Like Ashiok and... oh, we've got a reader. So yeah, we've got Ashiok and we've got Unmoored Ego, and they're like your best cards against graveyard decks, but you can't kill graveyard decks. Like, you can't just give them till turn 3, so you have no interaction early, and so I think you just die most of the time. Let's just do a little plug here. Budget Modern Magic. Come and have a look. Yeah, come look at that when you get a chance. There's more stuff like this there. There's videos, which I'm going to like try and pad out the articles, but there's videos of different decks that we've played. And then there's a couple of articles. There's like a summary there and a nice long bit of text if you're bored. And yeah, just a few things to get your teeth into, as it were. Right, let's lead off with a mill. If we hit a Vengevine, so the question is, do I want to lead on double stitches or glimpse? And I think it's glimpse because then we can double stitches next turn potentially. We might get a lot more reward for it. Double narco. So there's a Bloodghast in there that we're going to struggle to get back, and there's a... But yeah, that I mean, Stitches would have put 6 in, and we probably would have got these same things out. And we could have, I think we would have missed that. But yeah, so now we can mill 2, we can do 8 more next turn. Creeping Chill's annoying, I wish we had that in our dredge deck. But we built a bad deck. But all in the interest of having some good fun, so... Transform... There's a word here, but... Transformative? Is that the word? Oh no! My creatures! My beautiful creatures! Is it going to just be 4 here? Is this guy going to live? You just want to start getting in for damage, so like double Stitches, hit Vengevine. Be nice. We just want to mill as much as we can. I think he's tanking whether to... what to kill? Maybe. If we win 2 matches with this deck, I'll be very happy, because this is very much my own work. And it's untested. Like, I already think we can make a better version of this, which is why I might revisit it. Memory Sleeve Street Ray from Ezreal Rotting Rats. Sounds fun. And Glimpse of the Unthinkable has been really strong. Been impressed with that card. Oh, they just did 2? Oh, and they did some to me. Okay. So that's an Arco. And then we can double Bloodghast. Double Stitches. And the third Narco. Okay, well that's kind of bonkers. Another Stitches. Vengevine. Hit something? Nope. Okay. Land, Bloodghast. Yes. Swing. Oh, can't beat it. Can't beat our dreadful dredge deck. Well, you kind of have to bring in Ashiok. Maybe that's all I bring in. I could Ashiok for Mesmericor pretty easily. They're bound to have, like, Leyline of the Void. You could just slow roll the Graveyard Hate. Oh, that just seems crazy. I want to take all that out. We'll leave the carrion feeders in this time. There's really no logic to what I'm doing here. I mean, there's slightly logic. If they don't have Graveyard Hate, I'm going to hit Narcos and Prized Amalgams some of the time. And I have these 8 terrible creatures that I can sack to the carrion feeder. That's the logic. And that's okay. I'm saying that's okay. It doesn't actually do anything until turn 3, but... yeah. That's a shame. Just whilst we are sat here, just over here you see mtg.onl and it's a token site. Let's see if I can get that up for you. mtg.onl. So this has all the tokens ever printed in Magic, and you can use it to search for cool tokens, or you can use it to... There's a few articles. There's articles about tokens that don't exist. So if you're playing a deck that would normally have a token, like 2-move Urami, the land that makes a 5/5 demon, that was never actually printed as a card, as a token. So you can look for those, and The guy who's created it has used some artwork and used a token background and made one that you can then like proxy up and use, which is pretty sweet. I like to just keep track here of what they've got. Life from Loam. Ooh, Mesricorb. They're going to be like rubbing their hands at the thought of extra mill cards. And I'm going to cry when they hit something good. Creeping Chill isn't that good. Land is not that good. Stinkweed Imp is. And they've hit the Stinkweed Imp and they would have missed if it was just down to this. So I just gave them these cards for free. But that clock is just so pathetic right now. Has it got better? I think it might have got better. They did bring in Leyline of the Void. Go on, dredge 5 more. Thug, Imp, Imp. Thug, Imp. So their hand is... It can't be what I think it is because that's too many cards. Milieu? Ha ha ha! Thug Imp Imp is what I think their hand is. Oh no, I'm down to 6. 4 Creeping Chills. There's no more Creeping Chills. Why did that just mill? A Loam. Oh crap. So I'm down to 4. Yeah, they have to hit me. So I'm down to 4. They're milling 3. So that puts them down to 11. Yeah, whatever. So this puts them down to 11. There's another 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's down to 6. So I just have to mill 6 with this. Please don't miss. Yes! Got him! Got him. Two wins. Wonderful. Just wonderful. You cannot dredge on an empty library, I believe is the rule. If I'm wrong, I'm in bad shape here. Yes. 2 and 2. Well, we've been given matchups that lets us do this. But yeah, check out this token website because it is really good. There's lots like Token Finder. So you can load your deck list in and it'll tell you what tokens you need. And yeah, tokens you need for the deck. So like that was just an example one. And it gives you what tokens you need to actually complete your deck properly with the right set and everything, which is kind of sweet. Oh, we got a match. We got a match. There's no real enablers there, so mulligan. There's just one Stitch which isn't enough. Hedron Crab into Glimpse would be great if we had a blue land, and this would be a fetch land if you were playing fully powered. A fully powered version, so that's a shame that we don't have that. That's the budget kicking in. This is okay. So we'll ditch a Carrion Feeder and an Arco and click go, and then just go Stitcher's Supplier, and then next turn we can Mesricorb. Not bad overall. I'm at the stage now where even if we just lose this last match, I'm not even bothered. So I'm gonna go get the blue land now. Maybe that was no, yeah, this is fine. This is So they are very likely ad nauseum. So mill should be decent against them. Mill is good against combo decks in general because you can hit key pieces. So like if you mill a couple of Simian Spirit Guides, for example, you can just set them back so far. Did they top that or bottom? They did bottom it, so Orb was less good. They're only like 2 mana away from having enough. I forgot we're the aggro deck though. I did forget that. So now that's a choice, you see. So I think we're meant to mill ourselves. That's what we're going to do because there's not too many key pieces over that side of the battlefield and we want to try and kill them, basically. Try and get them dead. We can't double creature, so we can't get Vengevine. So I'm just going to play it. I'm going to play it. No, I'm not. I just took a damage for nothing. I was going to play it just so that it attacks. And yeah, I think that's right. But we're looking to try and mill a Gravecrawler off of these now. And we've got 6 hits, 6 looks. And if we mill a Gravecrawler, we'll become a. We can start attacking more. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's Affection on Life that's going to cause us the biggest headache, really. You can go on the aggro plan and just never ever get there. We get an extra look with this Stitches supplier as well, potentially. So we'll look for we'll mill 6. Go. Yield. Double Gravecrawler. Perfect. Right, Gravecrawler. Gravecrawler. Trigger. Yes. Yes. Go. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Kill you. Aggro deck turns into mill deck. This is great fun. I quite liked this plan last time. Yeah. Accidentally. Yeah. That. It's only actually Mesmercorp that mills ourselves, so you maybe just want the best attacking creatures, which would have been Gravecrawler, Carrion Feeder, Bloodghast. This is great, we'll keep this. It doesn't really stop them a great deal. But they just mill. This mills very aggressively against a deck that's trying to piece pieces together. This would be a huge success to go 3-2 with this pile of crap. Ooh. Yes, please. I choose you, opponent. Yield. 2 counters on there, so we hit a Spells of Vault, couple of Pentad Prisms. We don't need green mana post-board. We're not actually hitting anything key here. We've finally hit a Spirit Guide. And it might not matter depending on what their hand looks like. If it's all lands, they won't care. So that they can make 3, 4, 5, 6 mana now. We are getting there. Slowly but surely. Ad nauseum. Lightning Storm's gone. Oh, we do have an Abrupt Decay. That doesn't matter. We've got all the colours we need now. just save some life points. You can hit enough lands for them to not be able to combo with Lightning Storm as well, but that's not really what we're looking to do here. So let's Ashiok, mill you again. And we could just... Oh, that's their last win con, I believe. Yeah, that was the last win con. Yes! We should have probably glimpsed there, just in case, because I only milled 4, and there's a chance that they can kill me next turn, so I should have just glimpsed and done 10. Because they don't... The static isn't great on there, so that was a misplay, but we got lucky that we hit the Jace. So their 2 win cons were in the top 38 cards. So we won. That was sweet. So we 3-2'd, and there were problems with the deck. Like, let's not pretend that there weren't. The mana, we had some Mulligan ones because of the mana, but also we didn't get to trigger Hedgehog Crab quite as aggressively as we would have liked. I think this is really poor in game 1 when you're on the aggro plan, but it's really good in game 2 when you're not. So because it's got 2 modes, it's probably worth keeping in. But yeah, so like, that was a lot of fun. We played Amulet twice, Ad Nauseam and Dredge, and they're probably decks that you want to face with the mill half of your deck. So the the sideboard plan looked better than it probably is, because against Mono Red Prowess we just looked like an absolute garbage deck because the aggro plan is so slow. We had no creeping chills to help us out. We had no anything, really. So yeah, this is going to look better against combo decks in general, and this is going to look better, and it's going to look dreadful against aggro decks. To the point where you probably don't board anything in against aggro, you board in the Abrupt Decay. But I think, yeah, going forward, I did say I thought we should maybe cut the Prized Amalgam Narcos, but they're actually pretty good. They may be better than the rest of the deck. Budget Vengevine version 2.0. Right. So I want Memory Sluice because it's very much like Minister of Inquiries, but it doesn't trigger Vengevine. But occasionally you're going to get to mill 8 instead of 4, and it's double-sided. I think I want Street Wraith so that we can play a smaller deck. So let's add 4 of those, which means I can cut a land, which probably just wants to be a tomb. And then, like, I like all these 1-drops. They're pretty good. Bloodghast is honestly not that exciting. So we'll cut the Bloodghast. Vengevine always comes out, so I'll maybe just cut one of them. And then what else? What else? Well, first of all, we need to have a look at how many cards we want to board out. Game 2. That's a lot. There's 22 cards. So maybe we just cut... Do you know, if you really wanted to make this really budget, you just cut them all together and cut the Blooming Marsh and cut the Overgrown Tomb. Stop messing around with stuff like that. And go back on the Bloodghast, because you do need a payoff for this. That's still 21 cards we want to cut. We can only cut 15. So... But you need the zombies. Maybe there's enough payoff. Maybe we could just do that. And then, yeah, you need to, like, add lands. So let's just go, like, a basic island. Oops. I have a basic island. And then another watery grave, maybe. Super budget friendly. River of Tears. No, River of Tears doesn't do what I want. It's Underground River. Super budget friendly mana base. So we have 18 lands. I think that's enough. I think you could run this. This would be pretty reasonable. You could cut that out and add Crypt Incursion as like your one-of way of having a chance. Because what you're doing, so the whole theory around the transformative sideboard is that you can beat cards like Leyline of the Void and Relic and whatever else by just ignoring it entirely and just being an aggro, just being a mill deck. So, like I say, I think you probably just leave the 4 Grave Crawlers in. Yes, they're bad. Maybe the 4 Narcos. They're just a free blocker. So, like, if you end up on this sideboard plan where you bring in these 14, ooh, you do need to take leave an extra card in. So if you take those 14 out and bring these 14 in, you only have the Mesmeric Orb that's going to mill yourself because everything else is going to mill the opponent at that point. But you don't need a plan for beating Leyline of the Void. You already have a plan for beating Leyline of the Void and all that kind of crap. And you beat creature interaction because you're now spell based. So it's kind of cool that you can beat interaction. It's just that you can't beat decks that are trying to race you very easily. Like we saw that when Amulet drew really well, we just couldn't race it. And when Mono Red Prowess didn't even draw particularly well, to be honest. It's just that our deck isn't good against their deck. Will you miss Vengevine? Probably, definitely. But this is super budget now. This is costing next to nothing in terms of ticks online. But it's it's something you can do in paper even. You can add more swamps and islands so that you're better against Blood Moon and Field of Ruin. Pulling out cards that you care too much about, but you can make this mana base cheaper still. You don't need 4 Watery Grave, that's for sure. In fact, I would argue in a 2-colour list, basic swamp, basic island is better than the second and the third and fourth Watery Grave. So look how this is getting real cheap now. If you're gonna budget this, I think I'd cut, as in if you're gonna keep the green because you like the green half of the deck, I'd cut those for Memory Sluice. So yeah, if you want to keep the green, keep a Vengevine, drop a couple of Bloodghast, add in the Memory Sluice, and then in the sideboard, it's kind of like, these are good because they have more than just mill text on them, so maybe that's what we need to try and look for. But then again, we won a game off the back of Mind Funeral, so it's maybe just quantity of mill cards is just fine. But if you want to brew this yourself, I'd start somewhere like here. You have quite a bit to board out still. You'd board out those 14 and leave those 8 in probably, just to hit off Mesmeric Orb. But you could easily argue that you just want like the 7 zombies and put out those 15, because Carrion Feeder has text around those, and if you accidentally end up on like a hand with 3 zombies in, you can, Carrion Feeder, Gravecrawler, Hedron Crab, for example, you can just try and go the aggro route with your 1-drops. So I'd start somewhere like here. Um, I that looks okay to me. Um, but I don't really know how you can get away from the creatures entirely and still have a functional deck. You like if I was to cut all those and just have these, um, I don't think you can trigger Vengevine often enough. Um, which is why I sort of suggested cutting it. Because then, yeah, you have 15 creatures that can easily come out. Well, you've got 19 actually, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling there. I've rambled for way too long. But that was pretty good. I think it's better than I expected. So thanks for watching, everyone. Check out budgetmodernmagic.com and mtg.onl and Modern Streamers League. Let's not forget these guys. I'm taking part in that. Not playing budget decks, but playing Magic nonetheless. So I'm trying to. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.